Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and it is time for the Raw preview. Now, tonight's show, I'm not expecting a whole lot. This is the go-home show. You know, we always talk about this. This is the Raw before Mania. It's going to be epic and all that. And from the past 2 years, pretty much, the Raw before WrestleMania has been fucking garbage. So I don't understand why people are going to fool themselves into thinking that this is actually going to be a decent show. I don't even think they're going to try on tonight's show. I was even looking at, what's planned for tonight. They're going to have Taker, Brock, and Hogan there. That's all fine and well. I'm sure that the Hogan promo will be entertaining. But everything so far that's happened between Brock Lesnar and Undertaker since Taker chokeslammed him through the table has been boring. Has been unbearably boring. And I'm not saying this is going to be a bad match at Mania. I think it's actually going to be pretty decent. I'm thinking it's going to be a good match. But it's not like something I'm really looking forward to in full gear. I'm not oh wow, I can't wait to see this match. No, it's okay, it's there basically. We've seen it before in the past, and the thing is, it's not going to be better than their matches they had in 2002. How the hell could the match be better from 12 years in the future than it was 12 years in the past? Of course it's going to be better in 2002 when both guys are younger and they, were more nimble and everything. Now, Brock is still young, but I'm talking about Taker. Taker's had a lot of time to rest and everything, but, there just isn't any way that it's going to be better than, say, their Hell in the Cell match. It's not going to happen. That's a classic match. And it's not going to be surpassed by, Taker when he's close to being 50 years old. It's not possible, motherfuckers. Now, Daniel Bryan is going to be there tonight. And I think he should have been there last week. It really hurt his momentum not being there. Tonight, he has to do something epic. Leading in, they did the big beatdown on Bryan, but now they have to do something to make him look strong. Not making him it's going to be too obvious, but they got to do fucking something to make it look like, Bryan stands a chance in this match. And the main event is just so fucking goddamn goofy, I can't even get over it. After watching that terrible Stephanie McMahon segment on Raw, oh, he's drooling over you. I'm just, I was very turned off even more. It's like if the light switch is turned off. It's like you can't get any more off than that. Well, I don't know, motherfuckers. I was even more turned off than that. I mean, this is the world title match, and, they're basically just insulting Stephanie, praising Stephanie, insulting Stephanie. This is what it's about. Nothing here furthered the tension. Basically, on the last show, you had Batista and Orton, and all they were doing was just saying shit about Stephanie, and then all of a sudden Batista hits him with a spear. It was very random. It's we're going to just waste fucking 20 minutes and then do one move to lead up to the match. That is fucking pathetic. Where's the epic promos leading up to this epic world title match? This is supposed to be a big thing. They combined the belts. This is supposed to be the best title ever or whatever. And they're not even putting any effort into making it seem important. The belt is like an afterthought. Back in the day, you'd hear this is the richest prize in the game. Instead, now it's just like a fucking kindergarten argument over here. Like I told you, it's like something I expect to happen on a playground. not in the fucking wrestling ring with this, little back and forth with Orton and Batista over Stephanie. So they both just look like fucking fruitcakes going into this fucking match. And, there's no appeal here. Have you ever seen a Mania match, a main event, where everybody is just totally against it, that doesn't care about it? Sort of like last year with Rock and Cena. No one gives a fuck. How many times are they going to put together matches that nobody wants to see? Years ago, not even that long ago, you got to see matches that you wanted to see. Main events that you wanted to see. You got to see Taker and Shawn Michaels. You got to see Stone Cold versus The Rock. You got to see, Benoit in the main event because you wanted him there. They actually put people in main event. Okay, so they put Daniel Bryan there. But how about the two other guys? How about them two other guys? Nobody fucking wants to see them, and they're still there. And they're not even, trying to make them, at least, if you're not a good wrestler like Batista and Orton, and you're overrated as fuck, at least give the illusion that they're cool or that they are good, but they don't even try, and that goofball skit on Raw there proved it. And what else is going to happen on this show? The build for the show is just shit. They stopped dead in their tracks with the Real Americans breakup, the Shield breakup, and it really hurt the momentum of both of those teams. The Shield, the last couple of weeks, they haven't even seemed like the old Shield. They just kind of feel like just another group, and that is the truth. And this tag title match, they're going to have some build here. They're probably just going to have a random tag match to build towards it. I don't understand. The tag division was looking up. You had a little bit of excitement with the Outlaws getting involved, even though none of their matches were particularly good. At least there was some excitement surrounding that. Goldust and Cody Rhodes are putting on exciting matches. And now, I'm looking like at WrestleMania. At least there was a cage match on Raw like a month ago for the tag titles. Adding a bit of importance and a little bit of interest into the tag title scene. But now, how can you go to Mania and have a match that's not even exciting as a throwaway Raw match, basically? You have a cage match on Raw and just a boring Fatal 4-Way, and none of these teams are any good. And the Los Matadores are in there. Wow. They're not even on Raw or SmackDown half the time, and somehow they weaseled them into this tag title match. It's got to be the most random booking decision I've ever seen to put this team in there. Now, the other teams I can see, but Los Matadores over Goldust and Cody Rhodes, these guys put their hearts, every last bit of their effort into the matches. Goldust gets in the best shape he is in years, and it shows. The guy is doing fucking hurricanranas, for God's sakes. That's how bad that he wants to, impress the company and the fans. And how is he rewarded? He's going to get eliminated, probably like the third guy eliminated in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Is that any way to treat a man that gave everything he had, his heart and soul, into the company? I think not. This whole fucking WrestleMania has got me sick to my fucking stomach. It's leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like I put my whole fucking mouth on the toilet bowl. I want to fucking vomit. The fucking Mania makes me fucking sick. Yeah, I'm looking at the card and it's just, there's nothing particularly or even really decent about it. As I said, outside of the possibility, the very good possibility that Bryan will win the title, there is nothing at this Mania to look forward to. Am I supposed to be looking forward to watching basically a one-legged man, Triple H, wrestle at Mania? Am I supposed to be looking forward to a nose ring, skinny jean wearing goof wrestling at WrestleMania? Am I supposed to be looking forward to this shit? An Andre the Giant Battle Royal that doesn't even have any legends in it, just fucking a bunch of goofballs that aren't even on the main shows half the time? Am I supposed to be looking forward to a Divas match where most of the Divas are not even on the show half the time? It's just a lazy fucking way. This whole card, the Battle Royal, the Divas match, is just a cheap fucking way to get everybody on the card, and it's not necessary because not everybody deserves to be on the card. It's not necessary to put everybody on Mania. As I said, they've been doing these pre-WrestleMania Battle Royals for years now. There's no reason why it has to be on the main show. It was never good enough to be on the main show, and it should have never made it to the main show. And all they're doing now is just strapping Andre's name on there, you know, just because Hogan is involved now. Just a way of promoting the network. That's really the only reason why they're having this Battle Royal. It's to promote, you know, the network and the legends that you can watch on the network. That is it, motherfuckers. That's the only reason why they're doing it. Well, there's not a lot of hope for this Raw. I really don't see a lot of good things happening. They just barely made it by the skin of their teeth last week. You know, last week's show, I didn't say it completely sucked, but it was pretty close to it. Tonight, I'm expecting far less. It just, the past couple of years, Raw always falls apart right before WrestleMania. It's just that I don't know what it is. They never give a good effort right before Mania the past couple of years. It used to be awesome right before Mania. But I don't know, motherfuckers. I don't see it happening. I think they're going to continue this trend of shitty Raws right before Mania. All right, motherfuckers. See how Raw turns out.